Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can create your own student Weebly page. Now you can see here on the screen, I'm at our class Weebly page, which is ghsdigitech8.weebly.com. So this is just a web page that I've created using Weebly to show you guys what you need to do during our remote learning period. So right now I've landed on the home page. On here, you can see a couple of documents that you might like to have a look at. This file here, which will be that will be there for you guys, is a list of the tasks that you need to complete. Okay, now each week I will tell you what you need to complete, but overall for the whole course you'll be able to access all the tasks using that link there or that document there. Over here you have a spreadsheet and that will show you the work that I've seen and that I've ticked off. So if you want to see what I've actually seen and ticked off, you can click on that link and that will take you there. But I really want to focus on creating the Weebly page. So you can see up the top here, I've got some different pages. These are the different areas that we're going to be working on this term. And the first one is Weebly, creating your own web page using Weebly. Now you can see here, I've landed on this page there, bit of an image showing showing how we can create websites, or I guess just showing website creation. And then if you scroll down, you can see number one, create your student Weebly page. Now you can see there's some instructions here, okay, which you've probably started to read already. And then you'll see a login page to your student Weebly account. Now, you will shortly see, probably on your page now that you're looking at, you'll see a button here that or a file there that you can download that will show you your student login details for Weebly. Okay, so once you've got those login details, then we click here on the student login page, which will bring me to here. I've already logged in using those login details, so you can see it brings me straight here. If you haven't logged in before, I'll just log out to show you what that looks like. That will bring you to this page here, okay, or a page that looks like that. Okay, so I'm going to log back in again and show you how we can edit your student page. Okay, so you can see here I've logged in. I've got a site, it's just called My Site at the moment, and you can see it's not published yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on Edit Site so I can change my website before I publish it. Now, when you start a Weebly page or start building your Weebly page, you need to come up with a subdomain or a web address that you want to use for your web page. Now, a lot of people just use their name. So they write, for example, my name's Jason Doffe, so I type in jasondoffe.weebly.com. That works. Awesome. You can see there it's available, so I can continue and I will be using that as my web address. So later on, after I've published my site, then people can visit my site by typing in that URL or that web address. Okay. All of your Weebly pages are also password protected using the password GHS in lowercase. Okay, so if you're trying to access your site live on the web, you'll just need to enter the password GHS in order to do that. So now you can see here, I've got my site. I'm going to change the heading of my site to my name. Okay, you could do the same, or you could, that your name makes sense, so that's probably the best thing to call it. Now, for your homepage, I want you to decorate it to show me all about you. Okay, so name it About Me, and then if you scroll down, you see a box that says Drag Elements here. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see a whole range of elements. Okay, so anything that you want to use, you just click. So for example, I want to use a title. I'm just going to click on title, and I'm going to drag it over, and then you'll see there's a blue line. That shows me where that title is going to land on my page. So I'm just going to let go of my left click, and there you can see I'm now typing in a heading. So I might say Jason Doffe, all about me. And that's my heading, okay, for this little section. Now I want to put some text. So I'm going to grab that text box, I'm going to drag it. You can see there that blue line. If I let go of the box now, it'll be above my heading. If I drag it down below, you can see that blue line is below the heading, so I can just let go of my click and that's where my text is. Okay, so you might say, for me, I'm going to say, I am a 37-year-old teacher. I have 2 children named Harper and Andy, both girls. Okay, then I might drag in some images. So I might want to put a picture of my 2 girls. So I can drag an image from the left-hand side, and you'll see the blue line kind of moving around in the different places that you could put that image. You could put it side by side with your heading, or side by side with your text, or underneath your text, or in between your text and your heading. You can basically put it wherever you want. So I'm just going to put it next to my text there. Okay, so then I could upload an image. Now, what I do for most of my images is I just go to Google. I go to Google Images, and I type in something like, I'm going to type in computer just to get an image of a computer. And then I go to Images. Okay, then what I do is I'll click on an image that I like. Okay, that's a really up-to-date computer, this one here. And then I just right-click on it. I save the image somewhere. So let's just put it on my desktop. And I'll call it computer. Save it there, and then I can go back into my Weebly page, and from there I can then upload the image. Okay, so I just find that image from where I saved it, which was on my desktop, and I called it computer, and then I can upload that image there. Okay, so then you can see the image next to your text that you've typed in there. Okay, so you can put as many images in as you like. You can put in a slideshow if you like, so you could drag that there, and you could put a simple slideshow or whatever type of slideshow you like, and you can upload a number of images there. Okay, and then you'll see all those images appear under there, especially when you publish it. It'll look even neater. If you want to, you can drag files in. You can drag a YouTube video in. One thing I do want to draw your attention to is being able to use a button. Okay, now I'm going to drag that button in, and I'm going to pop it underneath that text there. Okay, now let's say, for example, I want that button to take me to our class Weebly page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on our class Weebly page, and I'm going to go to the home screen, because this is the landing page. All right, and then I'm going to copy by doing Control C. I'm going to copy that web address, then go back to my Weebly page. I'm going to click on the button. I'm going to change the button text so it says class Weebly page. And then I'm going to go back, and in this section where it says link, I'm going to go to website URL, and I'm going to paste by using Control V in that URL section. Okay, now it's just a matter of clicking out of that. Okay, and there you can see a link to our class Weebly page. Now, I'm just going to publish the page so you can see what that looks like. So if I continue there, so I click publish up the top. That's really important. I should have highlighted that, but we'll have a look at that in a sec. Now I'm just going to visit that web page, and as you can see, there's the password section. So it's GHS. Whoops. Just click in there first. GHS. Log in. And there you can see this is my page live on the web. So you can see all this stuff, okay, that we added in before. And then you've got the button that we created before. I can click on that button, and it will take me out to our class Weebly page, like I wanted it to. Okay, so now I'm just going to close that. I'm going to go back to my Weebly page, and now I can kind of make further edits. You can edit this background. You can change it to an image. Now, if I just scroll up again, you can see that we've only got a home page at this point, and your home page is all about you. But what I want you to do is I want you to create another page where you can store your work that you're going to do throughout this course. And we do that up the top. You can see build, and we've got all the elements that we can build our page with. And then this pages button allows us to create new pages or delete pages we don't want. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the plus button because I want to add a page. And I just want a standard page. and I'm going to call this page tasks. Okay. You can change all this stuff if you want to, but let's just keep it simple. Let's just name it tasks. Click done. Okay, and you'll see now at the top I've got home and I've got tasks. Home is as I designed it before. Okay, tasks is a brand new page that I then need to come along and need to edit. So I'm just going to go back over to build now. And over here, once I've got build, I can change stuff. Okay, so I can change the name of this. I'm going to call that, I'm going to put a nice big heading, tasks. Okay, now if I scroll down again, you've got a space to drag elements into. Now for the most part, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be dragging in links to Google Docs, okay, which are shared via a link. Okay, and I'll talk about that in those videos for each of those Google Docs. That's what you'll be doing first. But essentially what you need to do is you can first of all, and I don't want a button yet, I could just put a heading, a title, and I might call that Google Sheets 1. Okay, that's the very first thing you need to do after doing this web page is Google Sheets 1. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a button that goes underneath that. Okay, it's called, I've got the button text there. I could just call that, instead of saying Google Sheet 1, I'll just call it Sheet 1. Okay, and then I'd put the link in there. Okay, now obviously I showed you guys before, this is going to be different to the link that you'll put in, but you just essentially copy the link from your Google document and then we paste it in here. I've just used a different example. Okay, make sure it says open in new window so that when I click on your link, it will open up a new window for me so that people don't like kind of navigate too far away from your website. Okay, there it's the link is there now. The last thing I need to do when I make changes to my student Weebly page is I need to click on publish. Okay, that's really important. Once you click on publish, it shows you again what your URL is or your web address is. So I'm going to click on that just to show you guys again. Alright, so now I've got home, I've got tasks on my home page. That's what we did before. In the tasks, you can see I've got Google Sheets 1. I've got the button there that will take me to the Google document that I make a little bit later on. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward once you've done that. As I said, just make sure that you click on the publish button whenever you've made changes. I can then see your web page through my Teacher Weebly account, and from the page that I can see, I'll then mark off whether you've done your work or not. Okay, so make sure that you publish it, otherwise I can't see your work. If you don't publish it, it'll still save, and you can come back here, and it'll be exactly how you left it, but I can't see it until it's published. Okay, and you do that up there. All right. If you have any trouble at all, please don't be afraid to get in touch with me. You can do that through Compass, okay? Or I'll just write it up on the screen for you now. My email account. If you just want to get a pen out, do this the old-fashioned way. It's taking its time to upload or load up, I should say. Okay, and my email address is jason.doffe@education.vic.gov.au. Okay, so just shoot me an email if you're having any trouble. As I said, you can find that email through Compass as well. Yeah, just let me know any hassles that you come across. Okay, thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.